Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22. Continuing our French orchards map here, and we are just finishing up some plowing. We're almost done here. Got a couple more rows to do, and then we're done. One thing I will say is that the ground where we have mulched and plowed definitely looks a lot better than just the plowed ground itself. In fact, you can't even see a difference. You have to actually, I have to look at the map to make sure I'm lined up properly, because I can't even see where I have plowed without the mulching being done. Now, that doesn't mean I want to go ahead and go back and start doing mulching right away. I do think I want to do it at some point. But my thought process there is that if we can get enough money to justify it, which is a big if, because, you know, it's not, we can't just be throwing away money, you know, like crazy. But if we get enough money to justify it, maybe the next time around, I might upgrade the tractor to a higher horsepower. Because if I do that, I think I can put the mulcher on the front and the plow on the back and run both at the same time. That way we can get that clean look with just a single pass. And so it kind of keeps that efficiency going, but also keeps the good looks going, which is the best of both worlds, in my opinion. So maybe look for something like that here in the nearest future. But for right now, we're just going to go with the plowing and call that good enough. But again, I do agree it does look quite a bit better. Like that row right there just looks really clean compared to these other rows that kind of look like garbage. But again, from a perspective of efficiency, it just doesn't seem justifiable to do both as separate passes. And I did try to do both with this tractor. It's just not strong enough. This thing can barely run the mulcher by itself. I think the mulcher is like 65 horsepower. This thing is 70 horsepower. And then the Culti-Plow, whatever, is even higher than that, I believe. Or I think it's 70. Or do I have it backwards? No, sorry. The mulcher is 70. And then the plow would be 65. So if the mulcher's 70, then yeah, we're not going to be able to do it with the mulcher and something else at the same time. It's possible we can't do it with both either, but I think that even if we have the maximum strength of the tractor, but we're going to try. I think we can. How to do this one? I have not. Because the tractor can go up to like 115, 114, something like that horsepower. And the cultivator right there. It's not cultivator, is it? What is it? What's this thing count as? Well, let's go down to the grape technology. That'll be the easiest way to find it. It is 65. So a combination of 135. I think if we get to 115 horsepower, which is the maximum of this tractor, I think it will be able to do it. It'll just be a little bit off, but I think it'll be good enough. It should be able to do both. All right. Well, there we go. That's all done. We definitely don't need to use those again this cycle. Sorry, keep looking at the wrong thing. I mean, it looks good-ish. I mean, obviously, the plowing's not right up next to it, but we know that it is done. And now we just need to do some more fertilizing. Or are we even at a second stage of growth? Does this count? Because it hasn't actually grown to a second visible stage. But we're going to grab this thing and see if I'll do a little bit of a pass. We will see if it is done or not. Oh. Weird spike. That was kind of weird. I don't normally get too many spikes, but when they happen, it's a bit jarring. Run down this path right here first. Because it'll be more noticeable on the map. Yep, okay, that is counting. All right, we're just going to turn off the plowing for now. Looks like I missed the tiny little bit at the end, but that's all right. But yeah, so we're getting our second dose here. That will be good. We got tons of fertilizer left in the machine. It's going to last us several cycles. Prices for tomatoes, lettuce, eggs, all that stuff still low, although we haven't really gone very far into this day, to be fair. But We'll keep an eye on things. I mean, it's May. We expect all those to be pretty low at this point, time of the year. Ah, clipped it. Barely, but I clipped it. Hopefully with the extra 5 rows, we should have some really good yields this time around. Really, really hoping for some... I mean, I don't know. I mean, we have to... I mean, obviously 50% more than we had last time, right? But barely got by with the rentals of all the equipment last time, so hopefully this helps. Plus, we're not going to rent the trailer this time around because I think we've decided we do not need that. At least I've decided that. Seeing as the drop-off is literally right there. At least the fertilizing gets done half the time. Although, in theory, if we could ever figure out the double spread, if that was a thing, it'd get done in a quarter of the time of everything else because we'd only have to go down every other row, but also only go down in once. Not a big deal. I mean, it doesn't take that long, to be fair. And we don't have to do those last few sections anyway, since they have already been fertilized, double fertilized by the crop that we plowed under. Two more, I think. Looks like it. I mean, I'm assuming the olives are effectively the same process, right? We can go look at the olive equipment here in a second just to see if there's any noticeable difference other than the harvester itself. Looks like 2 more after. Actually, this one and then 1 more, it looks like. Unless I'm just in the wrong spot. No, I think we're good. I can drive straight. Not crash into my own vines. See all the vines domino down. Yeah, that would be a bit annoying. Looks like we're going to need 1 more pass, but it's like a half pass on the 2 rows over. All right. And last row. Yep, looks like it's getting it. Getting that last little bit there. Okay, let's check something real quick while we're doing this. Let's go look at olives. So you got the tractor the same as the one we got. The harvester, which is different. But everything else looks identical. I mean, different trailer, but again, probably wouldn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things because we might not use the trailer at all. But yeah, everything else looks the same. That's pretty cool. Makes that easy. All right, well, our grapes are done until harvest time, guys. I mean, we made some good time on this one. Unload, and we'll return all this equipment, and not too bad. I mean, we used up a good chunk of money, to be fair, but most of it was this fertilizer. The fertilizer was a couple $1,000. Everything else was only a couple $100, so not too bad. You get to go back. You get to go back. And you get to go back. Okay. So the only thing we're leasing is the tractor, or the truck, I should say, which I'm still okay with leasing. Everything looking good here. I mean, we've got a little bit of weird growth right there. I'm not sure what that is. That might just be the... oh, that's where we... That's where we mulched. And so that's actually the grass, I think, that's showing up. Or is it? I mean, I guess the grass would be different, but it's just reset whatever growth of whatever that is qualified as. Leave the plowing off for right now because it's a bit distracting. It's not necessary. But there you go. Let's go ahead and check the lettuce. Looks good on water. Tomatoes look good on water. Chickens look good on food. And prices, again, we haven't really been going very fast, so I don't expect any differences. But nope, there's all good there. I guess let me just fast forward in game time. We'll go a few hours here and just see if anything has changed or get any other used equipment along the way. Although, what would we do if we did? There's literally nothing we could do if we got, like, the grape harvester, for example. We could just sit at it and cry. We look at it and cry, I should say. Because there's literally nothing else we could do. Like, even selling everything we've got here, I don't think would help us at all. So, I guess in theory, we could sell a bunch of stuff, like the tractors and stuff that we own, and just start leasing those, because that would be a cheaper lease than the other. Maybe. I honestly don't even know if that's true or not. Big old case. Baler. Oof. But yeah, not expecting the prices to go back up very much. Tomatoes are above average right now. Lettuce is not. And then the eggs are 11.45 is above average, barely, but they can definitely go higher. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and fast forward to tomorrow. Then there's no reason to sit here. Oh, wrong button. And waste time. Again, the grapes are done. I mean, they're ready. As soon as they get done growing and whatever, we're ready to harvest them. We don't have to do any other maintenance on them, at least. Unless weeds start growing up, which, like, I thought that was why you needed to mulch. Why is our yield bonus? That's a cool pallet trailer. Maybe did I just find out why the mulching is necessary? Let's see, where's the mulching spot? Right over here. No. Why are we only 81% fertilized? It's because I didn't go down all the rows. I thought we tested that before. No, but it shouldn't matter because we definitely went down this row specifically. Like, we directly went down this row right here. What am I missing? Double fertilized. No weeds growing. I mean, yeah, it says it needs plowing, but I could have sworn we checked that as well. Because this one right here, we plowed right next to it over here. Still 85% yield bonus. What did I miss? I feel really dumb right now because I'm sure it's obvious to you guys. I mean, if it was the mulching, that would be cool. Awesome. It's not the mulching. Unless it's because I didn't mulch both sides of this and so it's not accurate. Which is possible. But I would think you would get a little bit a bump, right? This should be... Wait, what? This is 91% and I did not mulch this. 93%. This is 90% fertilized, 95% fertilized. %, fertilized. I'm a bit confused. There's 90% fertilized. Like, what is going on? What did I miss? And if we go over here to the new stuff. 100% fertilized. So these are all the new ones. These are the good ones that we fertilized before we got over there. That's why that one is too, because that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the 5th row. So that's why that one's higher. But this right here is at best 90% on the yield. I don't know what I missed. And again, it's not the, it can't be the mulching because the mulching doesn't show up any differently over here. And it can't be the double passes because we checked that. Yeah, you would think that this would be, if it was the mulching, you would think that this would be higher. But it's not. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand what I did wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple spots that don't look like they've been double fertilized, but the majority of it has. What is that light green color? I think that's just where the plants are. I don't think it means anything. Cultivated. And that's fine. I get it. We didn't mulch those sections, but I would expect them to show up differently, and they don't. This does not show any higher yields than anything else. And again, maybe it's because we didn't do both sides. But this is the same. Like, it's identical. And over here, where we didn't mulch anything, it's 82% fertilized. Ugh, I don't know what we did wrong. I'm confused. I'm kind of frustrated, actually, because it makes no sense to me. 80%, 81%, 84% fertilized. I mean, I get some variation. Fine. Okay, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But why is none of it 100% when it should be compared to this? I mean, fertilization should be 100% at least, I would think. But I could see why the yield wouldn't be 100% because maybe there's other steps that you need to do. But the fertilization, what's keeping that from being 100%? And I mean, again, is it because we didn't go down every row? Well, that's the only thing that's different, right? I don't know if we can fix that, though. I guess if I go down every row now, it will get double fertilized? Question mark. I hate spending money on something we don't need to spend money on, but it's bothering me that it's not what it should be looking like. $1,400 just to try and test this one more time. I mean, 10% less yield is honestly probably more than that, though. So if we don't test this, then we won't know for sure. Is this only our second? No, this is our third grape harvest, isn't it? So yeah, so the very first grape harvest was different on fertilization because we planted over whatever, potatoes or whatever was there. So we already had 100% fertilization. That step, that one we didn't have to worry about. The second one, we were doing some testing on various things. So that might have just thrown me off because I was testing various, like, do we need to do this? Do we need to do that? And everything just looked the same. So this is the first time we're actually doing like a legit run of it. Helps if I can drive straight. Goodness. I mean, we're gonna go spend some more money. Well, we already spent it, but we're gonna go see what this does. I don't understand that at all. We'll see. All right, we'll go past the ones that we didn't go last time, I guess. See if that makes any difference. Maybe some weird reason you got to get both sides of the plant. It's a little strange, but... Let's do one... I can drive straight. We'll do one row. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. Come on. Goodness gracious. Come on. Stop it. Why are you this stuck? I like the idea of doing the grapes. I don't like the execution of doing the grapes because the collision here is just annoying to me. I'll be honest. But whatever. Yes, it's fine if I drive straight. So it's definitely all on me, but... All right. We will see if that makes any difference on that one row right there. So, as a test, over here, we're like at 88 to 90% fertilized. Here, we are, well, most of it, there was a couple sections that was higher, but a lot of it is not. We're still not quite fully fertilized, though, everywhere that I feel like we should be, right? Like, why are we still not getting a full fertilization? Let me go down both sides just right now. I'm actually going to go down this side. I'm going to go down this other side over here. I'm pointing at my screen. I'm going to go down side 2 to the left of me so that these 2 stakes that I'm to the left of me will both be fertilized both sides right now. And I can prove that. And that way, if I wrote down the middle of them, hopefully that means that that's the maximum fertilization you could possibly get at this point in time. Pointing at the screen. You guys can see. Oh, goodness. All right, so we go down this row. So that means I have, as of right this second, this one run, I've gone down both sides of both of these middle stakes here. Or middle rows here. But it's not changing the color here. We still got that little strip that is not fertilized. And I don't understand it. I mean, yeah, some of it's 94%, but some of it drops down. I may hold on to this thing for one more month just to see if I can do it again. Maybe once it grows to the second stage, maybe it hasn't actually grown to that second stage. And so it didn't really get a full fertilization. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, look. Oh my goodness. That's a really good deal on that massive cotton harvester. Eggs are at a not terrible price. I mean, it's still not, that 30% mark that you would like to see, but it's still it's actually pretty good. Lettuce and tomatoes are not. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go forward. I'm not even gonna bother fast forwarding through the day. I'm just gonna go to the next day. I like that balloon up there. It's cool. I want to get to that second stage of growth for the grapes and see if maybe that makes a difference. All right, so we are at the second row. Fertilization is basically what we were expecting to see. So we'll go down this row that we were just on. Okay, it's actually coloring that a dark blue now. Like all of it. Huh. Now, is that because it's the second stage or because I actually went down this row properly? Now we're at 100% fertilized. Still not at 100% yield bonus though. But maybe that's because of maybe that is because of the mulching. Maybe we're getting some conflicting information because the fertilization wasn't quite right. What if we go down this row? This one's not fully fertilized. But that might be because I need to do the other side. We'll try that. Starting to think I need to do both sides of fertilization. And that's what got me. It just looked like it was correct, but it wasn't. Because right now it's just going the first stage of blue. Well, it was. Yeah, it's just going first stage of blue. So it does need another round for this row, apparently. So yeah, okay. So I have to do both sides. So then if I go down this row, we're at 100% fertilized and we're at 90. Well, some of it's 100% fertilized. We're at 94% yield bonus. And then going back over here to the non. I mean, we're at 92, 93. There's 94 right there, though. And we didn't mulch this. So we can't hit 94 without mulching. Actually, a lot of this is 94. So yeah, we can hit 94 without mulching. Because we didn't mulch that. We can't get 100% fertilized without... It looks like without going down both sides, though. So if I come over here randomly somewhere... We did not go down both sides over here. And we are only 72% fertilized right here. Wow. Okay. So the fertilizing part was definitely wrong. I don't think the mulching thing, that I still don't see that that's making a difference. Then where do you get your other 5% for grapes? Why would grapes be at a 95% normal? All right, well, we're going to go down some of these other rows. Hopefully I can figure out where those would be. I think it's right here. Yeah, we're getting a little bit, at least getting to the first stage of fertilization. I can see that now. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this thing for one more month so I can make this entire thing as dark blue as possible and make sure that we're 100% getting everything we need to get. So a little bit annoying, a little bit extra cost, but again, trying to make sure we're doing it right. I'm actually about to be out of money. We got to sell some lettuce, tomatoes, and eggs anyway, just to make it to the next day. What was our expenses for yesterday? Expenses for yesterday was, yeah, $38.60. So, yeah, we've got to sell some stuff. Oh, couldn't stop. For some reason it wasn't... I hit the brake, but it didn't stop for me. A little weird. It's like it didn't register. My foot slipped off the pedal, or off the pedal, yeah. All right, so we're not getting any brown. We're getting a little bit of light blue that needs to get another pass. So I'm seeing that now. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. I'm gonna put a cut in the video there. We'll be back, and we'll probably take some stuff to market before the end of the day, because we got to make a little bit of money to make it to the next day. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to our first channel member ever, Telrenar. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.